Of the things you should know coming to Hot Springs, one is that there is no parking. We are here on a holiday weekend. Finding parking was near impossible. This is one of the more urban national parks we've been to so far. Kind of a downtown touristy area.
You can see it. It's built up right here, but it's warm.
We're just in front of the administration building because it was handy. Taryn, reaction?
It's very warm. It's pretty warm.
Oh yeah, that is warm. So apparently you fill up your water bottles here.
Oh yeah, it's hot.
Hot water.
Cheers. This smells okay. It's just hot.
It's water.
It's water.
This very large building that is behind the Bathhouse Row was an army hospital that was built to house soldiers that were coming to heal and use the hot springs to heal their bodies and minds. It sits empty now, completely not used.
And so they built this grand promenade that we're actually going to take. We're gonna go walk it. But it was a part of the whole healing process. And come here and heal their bodies and minds.
Excellent.
And drink hot water.
There is a cell phone tour, so you can call in and hear about the different things at map location number 6. If you come right over here.
National Park Mobile Tour, your guide to the fascinating natural resources here.
This is the Grand Promenade. We are here on a holiday weekend. Granted, it's warm today, mid-80s. But this is literally empty. When down there on the street to our left
is Bathhouse Row.
Yes, we're looking at the back of Bathhouse Row. Is a touristy madhouse of restaurants and people. You can come up here and have a nice walk, and if this is any indication, have it to yourself. There's hot springs coming right out of the ground. Apparently those are plentiful.
It's right there.
This little fountain is trying to run. But this little fountain is now in a very extravagant spot. Someone's got to get a bottle brush cleaner and clean that fountain out.
I think you'd have a hard time with that.
Taryn, got your bottle brush cleaner handy?
Nope.
Bummer. This is the back of the visitor center. We're gonna go check it out.
The visitor center was actually built in an old bathhouse called Fordyce Bathhouse.
I offered for Taryn to do it, and she said, no, I know you like to do it, which is true.
Are you not excited by the stamping process?
Not really. We bought it online before we came. Less fun. Which this is the bathhouse that this building is built in, but you can't go soak in the bathhouse here. Which is why this is the fanciest visitor center. I didn't even get close. That's okay. This is only our 3rd national park this year. That's a sad state.
We're gonna take it up. Tell us, what is this?
This is the Fordyce Bathhouse. The national parks converted it to the visitor center, but they preserved the inside of it for what an old bathhouse was like. So people came and bathed in the springs.
So this is what a bathhouse looks like. This is a bathtub staged for action.
Climb in and sit in there and your head would poke out.
You mean this is not a pickling tub? No. Bummer. Okay, I was going for medieval torture, but shower goals. Next time I build a shower in our house, we're doing one like this. It's a full assault. Do you want to try it, Taryn? It is blue, Taryn. Everything is blue. Dabba-dee, dabba-doo. This is where they keep the toilet women, obviously.
Foot therapy. Painful cysts between the bones on the bottoms of feet would be crushed and slid off with sideways knuckle punches.
Wow.
Punch the foot.
What do I do with my cysts today? I don't know. We found the massage room, but it's behind these glass partitions. I thought I was gonna get a massage.
Nope.
We made it to the top floor, and they have this cool stained glass ceiling.
They'd have concerts and people playing up here and hanging out. This This room is beautiful. I'd hang out up here and read a book and listen to some music.
Why shouldn't this be a national park?
It's in the middle of town, and there's like no like specific lines like where it begins and where it ends. And I feel like national parks should be more like naturey things. This isn't naturey at all.
Wow. The original American Ninja Warrior training facility.
It's like the original physical therapy room.
Yes, I think this is all physical therapy.
Yeah.
Modern physical therapy places do
all the
massage,
same thing, massage and the heat.
They use heating pads and all the same stuff, so. Not what you'd expect coming out of the front doors of a National Park Visitor Center.
No.
Actually, I think maybe I've been wrong about what I think national parks are. I think the Western parks that are called nature events is not actually accurate.
And the ones that I know that are like this are this one, St. Louis Arch, Dry Tortugas. Those ones are like man-made kind of historical things.
So maybe as we go, we'll find that this is more common than we think.
Maybe.
Which, this whole thing will be very sad if that's how that goes. Okay, let's see what's next. This is Display Springs.
And so they built the bathhouses to take advantage of it coming out along this fault line right here.
And it's right behind the visitor center. Warm to the touch.
Yes, very warm to the touch.
Hot Springs Mountain Scenic Drive is up this way. There's a lookout tower we can go up. Are we planning on doing that?
It's $12 a person to go up it.
Okay.
So, I don't know. If you're coming to a national park for rest and relaxation and beautiful communing with nature, this is not it.
Sounds like mountain spring water.
Yeah.
So this has some serious gusto to it when you let out, but this is the only one that's cold.
It feels good.
They do have a bunch of trails. Honeysuckle Trail, 270 feet. When they measure your trails in feet, I'm not sure it's a trail, but oh, maybe that's 270 feet to the Honeysuckle Trail that goes that way. Oh, there it is, it's the yellow one. And so it's half a mile, moderate to strenuous. Know before you come that there are hiking options and prepare to hike if you want to do a little more nature than restaurant hopping.
You would think that a bathhouse row would have lots of options for you to come and sit in the hot mineral baths, but there is not. There are two that are bathhouses still, Quapaw Baths and a place called Buckstaff Bathhouses, and neither of them are very convenient to use.
So Buckstaff is by reservation only, and it's more of a spa for pedicures and manicures and stuff. We were tempted to do the Quapaw Baths. What we learned is that you show up and put your name on the list, and then you sit out in the front in these chairs until they call you back. They allow about 50 people in at a time, and you're just waiting for people to leave. When we went to put our names on the list, they were already out of spots for the day, so we can't tell you any more about what that experience was like inside.
We had shakes, we had lunch, because we were surrounded by restaurants, so why not?
George was correct.
George,
Anthony's dad.
we're calling him George.
I call him George. He just made the comment that the Hot Springs National Park is kind of the joke of the national park system. We would agree. There's nothing to see.
There's not a strong story or reason for this thing to exist as far as we can tell. I guess there was a bathhouse industry that had a heyday. But does that need a national park?
No.
Taryn?
The Fordyce Bathhouse, that is the location of the visitor center. I enjoyed that immensely from a historical standpoint, just not from like a national park standpoint.
We should also state our bias. There's some people in this car who aren't a fan of soaking or baths in general.
I don't like sitting and soaking.
Well, now she's outed herself. We're going to do a scenic drive and see what else there is to see. So this is Mountaintop Observation Tower. So while on a general scale of things, this mountain is not impressive, this is as good as it gets. So what do we have underneath the mountain tower? You have a gift shop. These tokens allow us to go through a turnstile and go to the top of the mountain tower. And we did get a discount because we have the American Beautiful Pass. So $3 off for that, $9 per token for 12 and up. So anyway, let's go see. Taryn, we get to go to the top of the tower. We're gonna see the whole landscape. What do you think it's gonna look like?
Arkansas?
Thank you, Taryn. Wow.
It sways.
You get up here and the tower, you can feel it moving.
You feel it.
Kind of freaky. Adds to the ride.
It does add to the ride.
Excellent.
The Watchtower has lots of exhibits on the inside that let you learn about the history of Arkansas and the area of Hot Springs specifically. But then you can go outside and the wind is blowing and it feels really nice on a really warm day, but you get to see the lay of the land and it's beautiful.
It's then quickly
They don't
forced
waste money
back
on
up
window
to the
washers.
surface, where it emerges at an average temperature of 143 degrees Fahrenheit,